Hello, my name's Neil. Welcome to Retro for You. Today we're working on another handheld, but this time from Nintendo. So today we're working on this here. And it's going to have some Pokemon magic to convert it into something wonderful. So today, before we start, just a quick thanks to everybody that's subscribed recently. I'm now over 900 subs, so that's great for the channel. I didn't expect to be this far already. So again, big thanks to everybody that's hit the sub, that hit the like, and continue watching these videos. So thanks all. So with that over and done with, let's crack on. Hi, so today we're working on this. Now this is a rather tatty Game Boy Color. Now I had this Game Boy Color for quite a while. It came to me in a bulk buy, which I bought once, which had all the handhelds in, like the Atari Lynx, etc. And this has been sat at the bottom of the box, so you can tell it's quite rough. It's got lots of grime in it, as you can see around the buttons and around here. And the screen smashed. There's actual indentation there. It's missing its battery cover. Looks like we've got some sort of battery corrosion down there as well. Got stickers. It's generally rough. Looks like it's been dragged along the pavement or something to me. It's like somebody's trod on it like that and dragged it along the pavement. Or it's been run over by a car or something. I don't know. So what we tend to do, well, what the plan is today is to transfer this into something really cool. Something to do with Pokemon. Yeah, the one and only. Well, that's it. We're going to transfer it to a Pikachu Game Boy with an upgraded IPS screen as well. So let's hope this goes to plan. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get this stripped down. Listen to some music while I crack on with that. So that's all the screws off. Now all we need to do is to just crack it open. It should just come apart just as easy as that. Now what I think I need to remember is we need to save this bit for later. I'll just put that to one side now. Here's the main board. You can see straight away there's an issue there with the screw. It's rusted and also underneath is some battery acid. So we're going to have to sort that issue out. So what we need to do is just take these rest of these screws out, release the cable for the LCD, and then we'll take the main board out. So to get this top cable out here, we need to push this and push this. It's as simple as that. It's just these two connectors and then pull the ribbon out like so. Now all we need to do is remove the 3 screws out of the main board. Okay, now we should be able to just lift the main board out with the speaker intact, like so. Now the rest of this can just be put to the side, because we do have something good coming for this. So what we're going to do now, we'll get it under the scope, and we'll give it a good clean off, okay? So this is the part in question I was talking about, which was the battery bit. So what we're going to do, we're just going to IPA over it and give it a clean off. good port of call is to get some IPA, put it inside the switch, and then move it back in two. That will clean the inside because these are prone for not working. The way to do it is like this. That will clean the inside. And use contact cleaner as well, but I'll always use IPA on them. This potentiometer here for the volume. The same thing again. We'll put some IPA down there. And we'll just rock it back in two. So this is the screen we're going to be fitting. This is the cable. You notice there's 3 wires in there. Now these do need soldering onto the board. We'll be doing that under the microscope. This is the actual screen itself, an IPS, so it should be really nice quality. You can get ones that light up the logo. Unfortunately, didn't know that till after I bought this, but I like that. It looks good. And the case it's going into, this one here, which of course is the Pikachu case, which is a really, really nice case. I really like this case. It's going to have black buttons as well with a black screen. Should look pretty nice, I think. And you can tell it's nice quality case. It's nicely printed. There you go. Look at that. Just looks apart, doesn't it? From this to that. I mean, which one would you prefer? Obviously, this one. So what we're going to do, we didn't need that piece of metal because it's already in there, so we're going to start assembling this. So the first thing we need to do is to solder some wires onto the cable. You have these pads here. You've got start, select. They're the 2 longer wires. And then you also have over this side a power one there. So that should go to the power, which was a C point. So we've got the 2 longer wires and a shorter wire. Now I know the shorter wire is for the power. You see here, you got start and select. So what we need to do is to just solder them on to the start and select points. So we're going to add some flux. And we're going to use some solder. And first, we're just going to put some solder onto these pads. I'm going to warm it up like that, and then feed some solder onto the pads. Next, we're just going to add these 2 wires. That's the 2 wires for the start and select. Now they need to go to points on the board here. Okay, so the 2 points I'm going to use are this one here for the start, and this one here for select. Now I have tested continuity between here and the test point P13. What I'm going to do first is to just scrape this wire back a bit. Like so. Next we'll get the wires. So we have a start one here. And we're going to solder that to this point here. So again, we need to get some flux. So, there you go. So much better. I'm happy with them now. I'm just going to clean them off. And then we'll attach the final wire. Soldered well they are. There's one onto that point there. Another one to that point. That's to start and to select. Final wire we need to do is on here, which goes to the switch and is on C point. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reflow all these because, like I said before, I didn't quite like the look of them. Just flux them all up and reflow them all. So now soldered. I like that because it's gone on lovely. Again, yeah, bit of clean off. You can see that wire. Is soldered onto the C point there. You see that? That's the final wire, and that goes to feed the power now to the back of the screen. So now what we need to do is switch to the case. This case here, especially designed for a screen. So at the back of each side, you've got some 3M tape. What we're going to do is we'll just peel this 3M tape off each side. Same again for this side. Use a knife to get the edge of it. And we'll just peel that off. So what we're going to do is put this cable in this side first, and then slide it in like so, and just pop it down. Slowly press each side. Now look at that already. That is looking satisfyingly good and nice. So I'm going to leave this protective cover off, although I am very tempted to pull it off. I'm not going to do that to the last moment. And we're going to flick this over. So now you can see I have this little connector here. See this little connector here in the corner? So what we need to do is, bear with me, we get this. This will basically stick on like so. Can you see that? So again, there's some double-sided tape here. You can just peel the backing off. So you have this connector here and that ribbon there, and they need to basically shove into each other. So they just push fit on. They push fit on like so on top of each other, and then that will allow us to push that to one side and just slowly just press that board on the back. That tape will allow that to sit nicely. We need to fit the new buttons, hopefully, new rubbers as well, which we have. We've got new contacts as well, so that's even better. So we've got the new rubber contacts here, which will fit. Have the new switches. So we got the D-pad here. It can only go on one way because you got a cutout which is going like so. Once that's in, and again we've got A and B. Again, they're only cut out so that you can go in certain ways. So A, B. Again, like I say, cut out perfectly. And we have the start and select buttons here. Looking really nice. It's black and yellow, isn't it? And then on top of it here, we have the new contacts. Which is here. New contacts A and B, which is here. Again, you can't go wrong with these. They are keyed, but they only fit on one way. This here is the new thread port. Will go slide in like so. But it will only slide in one way again, like so. And then the power switch again. So slides in like so, and then fastens over, and you can see it clips back into. So next, what we need to do is to fit the board in. The first thing to do is to make sure the speaker goes into the right place here. Again, it should only sit in one way. It's keyed again. You can see it has some like triangles, you can see. That will cut out that way like so. First thing we need to do is to get these screws in, like I say. We have 3 screws here to fasten the main board in. So you can see that now. It's looking pretty nice. I'm quite happy with that. See this sticky tape here? This is a touch controller for the brightness, so all you need to do is take that sticky tape again. We need my knife. Again, we'll just take the sticky tape off, like so, and then we'll bend this. Press it into the top of the case. You see that? That just sticks. See that where it sticks? It sticks to the top of the case there. What you can do now, you should be able to just touch here, and that should adjust the brightness. All being well, I'm going to press it down nicely to check it has seated properly, and then it'll just be a matter of touching the top and adjusting the brightness. So now what we've got to do now is attach this power to this spot here. There's a pad that says power here, so all we need to do again is get some flux, get some solder. We'll blob some solder on there, warm it up, we'll solder some solder on, and we'll attach this wire. It should be a matter of putting it in like so, letting the solder go off, and there's your final connection. So just listen to some music while I get this back together. So you can see here how nice this is looking. And it's looking really nice, isn't it? I mean, we've gone from obviously that to that. I mean, look at the difference. I have a new sticker, which we can now stick on here as well. Get this on straight on camera. That looks straight. Yes, it does. So that's all looking good. And we have this here. Look at that now. And we got the final bit of pulling off this. This is the best part in it. So I'm going to pull that off. And look how lovely that looks. Just wonderful. I'm really happy with that. Now we have the moment of truth. We're going to move this out of the way. What we need to do now is we just need to put some batteries into it and give it a turn on and see if it works. I'm going to put the battery cover on, and the first thing we're going to do is just give it a turn on. So let's just turn it on. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. That is so nice. I could turn the brightness up there. Look how nice that is. That is really, really super nice. Now, I did do this. I thought of passing this on, but I think by the looks of it, I'm going to end up keeping this, I think, because I really do like it. And it's such a nice machine now. I mean, just look all over it. The yellow and the black looks great. Apart from that obvious mistake, but we'll forget about that one, shall we? Where they place the buttons. I've got an EverDrive Game Boy Pro. And we're going to load a game onto it and see how it plays. So we're just going to turn that on. It's got the Nintendo logo. I think what we're going to try, because we got Pokemon, yeah, you guessed it. So we'll just load and start this and see how nice it looks. So it should erase that game, write it onto the ROM, which it's doing, and then reboot and load what I hope is Pokemon. Fingers crossed. Nintendo. Yep. Look at that. Pikachu? Pikachu! So hopefully you can see this. This just looks amazing. I mean, the quality of that screen is second to none. So let's try a bit of Tetris, shall we? I'm not very good at Tetris, but let's have a play. Screen again looks amazing. You can see how lovely those colours are on this. This has become a really, really nice Game Boy, and I'm really happy the way it's turned out. So, on that point, just leave me to play a bit of Tetris, and I will join you a bit. So, you made it to the end, and you'll be glad to know I've still got this. We haven't sold it yet. I do actually like this a lot, so we'll probably be keeping hold of this. So, news-wise, next week, there's some backing stuff coming. I'll give you a quick preview here. I managed to pick this up from London. There you go. Can you see that? It's a massive bag. It's one of the old Apple bags. You can see the Apple logo on there. And I'm not going to show you what's inside it, but you can probably guess by the weight of it and the way I'm straining. It is quite heavy, so that's for a future video next week. So tune in if you like Macs. We've got a few Macs now that we collected together, so we'll be doing a video next week on these Macintoshes. And expect some smoke. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's always smoke with Macintoshes. So with that in mind, if you're here for the first time, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new here and you like this type of content. And also comment down below, even if it's hello. So I'll see you next time on Retro for You. See you soon, guys. Bye.